was smiling so hard the back of my head hurts, but I'm smiling because I'm happy. You know, I mean, it worked out. I think we did a good season, and now we're going to start trying to make the third season better. So definitely after tonight.
Well, season 324, and we're on episode 5 and 6, and we have a very complicated and complex action scene coming up, which involves helicopters. The question becomes this. If this is Jack's helicopter, this is military helicopter, this is camera helicopter, that's why it looks as stupid as it does. Because the doors are closed on this, could we set up a plate camera in here and in here at the same time? It's very complex. It's a bit on the danger side. We've got to make sure that all the safety elements are in place. And then just again, as always, coordinating all the different departments to make sure that everybody's in place for the day. Depending on time, I want to do a little traffic thing with Chase. As if it's a complete different street, yeah, just kind of whizzing around cars.
Makeup on John for this, please. This shot.
You do it all the time, but I'm just sitting here.
Is this Cassar too?
Yeah.
That's what it is, isn't it? Return.
You know, sequels are never as good as the first one. So.
It's easy. You just smile, then pull the trigger.
This is a scene which John Cassar was very excited to do, and it's the major scene in this episode. And unfortunately, he had a family emergency and had to leave on that. For about 3 hours, I was going to step in and be the director, and then Ian Toynan came in later and took over. So for Ian, it's a challenge too, because he hasn't been up to speed in prepping this episode, and he's scrambling to stay on top of what the implications are with clothing and the aftermath.
If you're trying to smash into a glass or a light, or we'll never know. I've just done 3 and 4, so I'm in post on 3 and 4, prepping 7 and 8. And I've stepped in because the last time we left Jack and Salazar was at the end of episode 4, so I was the last time I was shooting here in this prison, so it's one step forward for me to carry on here, so...
Wait there a minute, lads. Wait for the cue for me. Wait for the cue. I'm going to see this on this camera as well. It's very difficult for a director to come in and work on someone else's show when they've never prepped for it. But normally, if you're shooting for 15 days, you have 15 days of prep. Naturally, you never really look at the other director's material because you're preoccupied with your own. The challenge for him is that John was excited by this scene. It's a powerful scene. It plays pretty well by itself with actors of this caliber, and we can light it and stage it in such a way that it's dramatic. But John must have had a vision as how he wanted it shot, and so Ian has to do his own thing, and so he hopes that John will be happy with what he gets. You know, so that's a lot of pressure.
We're in the middle of shooting episodes 5 and 6. My character is in the middle of a prison riot. There's so many different things that could possibly make this sequence complex, but predominantly it would be the number of people involved. Most scenes take place with 1, 2, 3, 4, and maybe 5 people, and here you're dealing with 25, 30. And on top of that is really physical. And so to coordinate that is a huge task.
So what we're doing is staging a riot. It's a TV show, all right? We're going to make it look crazy. That doesn't mean that you go crazy. There are times when guys, they really get into it, and they're like, they got aggression, and they want to get it out, and they're like, fuck, man, this is a way I can break a chair over someone's back or something. It's not, you think I'm kidding, I've seen it happen on set. It's not, next thing you know, you got someone going to the hospital because someone got a little gung-ho. If I feel like you're getting crazy to the point where you're uncontrollable, then stick it home, all right? And we'll call Central, and you will not work with us again. Just about there, Ian.
Yes, we're there.
Blue bottle? I gotta stay in the wall.
I don't think so. No, I should. Just quick comment.
I'm cut.
Cut. All right.
That was
Where's
nice.
over here?
Nicely done, Ian.
That looked really good.
Nicely done, guys. That looked great.
Okay, Space got butterflied it. Okay, and I'm gonna put the ice on there. And keep the swelling going. Okay, so just kind of let it cover. Hold it up there.
So when we're not actually working, we're just relaxing. If you want to call it sitting around for 6 hours relaxing, I mean, to some people it actually sounds like, well, that's an easy day, but it's not as easy as you think. Just 4 or 5 days a week sitting around. As far as being glamorous, it's not glamorous.
We got problems.
Yes, we did, buddy. Yeah. My vigorous.
Prisoners are going to take off. You guys are going to chase them from this way. Guards are going to come and chase them from this way.
Okay.
Okay.
5. What can I do to keep this alive? 5. We're ready.
2 background artists, 101, the best of the best. When I need a shot in 1 take, get us.
Have a points, please.
No, sir.
I go to the bad boy clubs. He goes to the good guy clubs. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
The manhole.
Take another time.
Oh man, and then he keeps going every time. No, come on, you can't count.
Some of you guys go that way. Some of you guys go this way. Feel up, feel up.
No, he can play. That's right.
That's the one I was looking for.
Yeah, guess who's back?
Oh, I don't.
Still keeping my lead. The cracker wins again.
Now, being in the prison here, did you do any research of what prison life is like, institutional life?
Not on purpose. Not on purpose. We live in a prison society. I mean, I think there are rough estimates that I think 1 in 4 men will go through the prison system by the year 2007 or something like that. But certainly when you first walk into the building, you know what you're here to do. And in that case, yeah, working in a real prison is much better than working on a set. The fact that you can look all the way down the hallway and see the prison just going on and on for days. Anything that can help lend a sense of reality to what can potentially be a very unrealistic situation is obviously very helpful.
I worked in this place about 7 years ago, and it had just been decommissioned, and it was a woman's prison. And you do, when you stand in the cells downstairs, you're first in here alone, you're lighting and so on, you do think about the people that were here. The vibe in this building is pretty powerful.
Showed up a little bit early both days just to get a feel of the prison, to get a feel of what it's like to be incarcerated. You know, I mean, I spent some time in jail, but that was years back when I was a kid, you know. When I came in, I went back, far back in the cell block, and, you know, I'm sitting in the cell and just kind of thinking, and I see this dead lizard, like the carcass of it, man, just right underneath the bed, and, you know, I'm sitting there just kind of taking in everything, you know, just the isolation, the loneliness, the desperation, you know, and just trying to work that all into this character, Peel. You know, because Peel is just he's this badass. He's this sadistic inmate who's gonna have some fun.
Yep, that looks nice and strong. Very nice. And action.
But it's very funny. Once you actually block out a scene and start working on that one specific moment, you start to really feel blinders go up, and you become very concentrated on a very specific area. And at that point, something else takes over.
Today we're doing a bunch of fights, riot sequence with our boss, Greg Barnett, stunt coordinator.
Greg, you want him to settle in there and then kick? I think that maybe Teddy was on his knees or something and he fell into place. Once he starts to come up and you just kick him, that'll sail him. On action, you come up. Now come up.
So, how many times have you been killed on this series?
I'm trying to count how many, because it's been quite a few, but I'd say about 4 times. Well, as you recognized me on the last show of the season last year, I got shot by Jack, the sniper, in the Coliseum sequence.
At the LA Coliseum, it was a rough day. Kiefer, sharpshooter, killing everybody in sight. Me including. We all died that day.
On 24, the stunt jobs are so tough. We work so hard that you can just tell what goes on here. We have to take a breather once in a while. Oh, these hard-working fellas. Good job, Teddy. Good job, buddy.
Get deep in character, man. I like that.
Playing a dead guy, wasn't it? That's all that hard work on the floor.
And this is the laundry area, where usually in a prison, bad things always happen in laundry areas. There's some Shawshank Redemption and the history of jails and prisons, especially when they have hostages. So Jack is going to be dragged in here now with a bunch of angry men, and we'll see what happens.
Roll sound.
We're rolling.
And action.
Let's start wasting the guards unless they let us walk.
Yeah. To the first step outside, bam! Headshot from a sniper.
You're doing 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, sometimes 20 takes. And, for me, I'm fearful of losing the energy or losing certain moments that I've created. But, this isn't so bad. I'm just keeping it going, keeping the character in my head, keeping the intensity in my head, keeping all that going, and just trying to lay down some good work.
Okay. Let's try it again. Who wants to live? Me. I want to.
Everybody's done such a great job of making this so real. Like, I don't feel like we're playing. Lobo's got his hand around my neck and calling me, all kinds of stuff. I don't feel like we're playing. It feels very real. It smells real. It's a lot of cats in there, so.
I think one of the most important things I think I've ever learned as an actor was time management. There's times to goof off and have fun, and there's times to really conserve your energy. And this show is about putting yourself in a really heightened experience and situation. And it does require a lot of energy. And so you just have to really make sure that you're saving all of your juice or your energy or any of it for those very specific moments between action and cut.
Working with Kiefer has been great. Even though it's such a quick beat and puts the end on the act, I felt like he was present every single take, and it was able to help me get there. And it was good for me because it kept everything really close and fresh and just visceral. I mean, to look into his eyes and to have him telling me to do this, it's disbelief, it's this almost comfort.
Let's hear it for the new guy.
I'd have to say I like playing the bad guy. I mean, I like throwing down that kind of intensity. I like all the different layers that a bad guy can bring to the table. And, that's normally what I play, bad guys, and I have this running joke. We're either going to jail or we're getting killed. But, that just makes the good guy look even better.
We're really excited about how well these guys have done. These are some actors over the last few days that we've worked with for the first time, and they've just done such a fantastic job. So we're starting to actually, as we're nearing the end of shooting the sequence, people are breathing a little easier because I think they're starting to realize that something good's going to come of this.
Is Kiefer on his way?
Kiefer will be on his way as soon as we leave here to head there.
Cue him in. Call him in. Yeah. Call him in. I'm going to have to stop, lads.
In this scene, my conception of the Russian roulette scene was, I've seen Russian roulette, I've seen it done well, I've seen it done poorly. One thing I haven't seen is the first time the guy pulls the trigger, he dies. So I think that's a legitimate surprise for the audience, but it's not unreal.
We're always amazed with the ideas that they come up with in the scenarios because it's proven itself to be incredibly difficult to write around the structure that we have, which is encompassing simply a 24-hour period.
One of the keys to this show is, and I think when the viewer watches it, they have this experience of you're kind of leaning forward in your chair. My mother says she has to take a Xanax when she watches it. She gets very tense. We will show things and do things that other TV shows won't do. We will let a guy get shot in the head right off the bat. And I think that is very exciting and dangerous for the viewer.
One of the vices of our show is that in extreme circumstances, problems can be solved. And this scene was well structured for that to take place. It also, one of the interesting things is it takes two people that are diametrically opposed. One is a villain and one is a good guy, and they all of a sudden have to work together in a situation to save each other. And that certainly dramatically is a very complex and exciting thing to try and play.
Oh, this is been a tough couple of days. I mean, it's tough. But at the end of the day, I hope they're as good as I feel they are. I think we've had a couple of amazing days.
The director who showed this is coming back tomorrow to take over, but he's doing so right in the middle of a scene. Although the explosion will happen, we have chosen not to shoot it because it will carry on continuously into the rest of tomorrow's work, and John will be here to do that. So we're going to cut arbitrarily just as Peel gets squibbed and shot, and we're just going to cut. Because in the middle of that, at that precise moment, that whole wall's going to blow in, and 10 SWAT guys are kind of running in, guns firing, and concussion grenades are going to go off, and there's going to be mayhem.
Okay, ready? And action on rehearsal.
So let's do this in slow motion. I'll show you what's going to happen. We got a little screwed on our hole that's supposed to have 5 guys pour through. We got a little Stonehenge situation, and they're going to be really small SWAT guys. Look at it. How are 6 guys supposed to pile through that and catch these guys by surprise? Not unless they're fucking Lilliputites. Fucking bullshit, garbage. No one's fucking listening. No one fucking steps around the fucking corner and says, "Hey, John, we got a fucking problem out in there. We gotta talk. We got fucking major problems." Did you see that hole? Okay. And why do we not have stunt guys for this big fucking stunt action scene?
Clearly, we're not going to be able to send 6 heavily armed stunt guys through that hole. Whereas something approximating the vent and then across to the side and down to the floor, like a 6 foot by 6 foot opening, would have been what I would have had in mind, and I know John did. We don't have that now, so we're going to have to minimize the impact of that. Try to avoid cut to it late and build it in the stage and do a parallel shot as it blows or something, but it's an unfortunate. Otherwise, what would have been a nice changeover, because we did a good job in here yesterday, and it's a powerful scene, and this is sort of unfortunate. So. But, we'll get over it. We'll fix it.
The gentleman behind Mr. Sutherland was a big guy.
Yeah, so you've got a guy to double him, right? I know the guy's not here.
Correct.
Yeah.
All we have is some white guy. Christopher.
No. We have a photo of him.
No, but I'm saying...
There's a stunt guy. You told me there's a stunt guy here that could double for him.
No.
Oh, let's finish.
Let me show you.
We have nobody. We have like 2 guys, and now we're doing a stand-in as a stunt guy.
Oh, wait. Yeah, exactly.
So I'm working on my getting your head knocked out type.
So is this your big break?
This is my big break. It's like being governor. I can maybe someday be like Arnold, I suppose they ran out of stunt people. Greg didn't have enough. Greg is stunt coordinator. I suppose he didn't have enough people to do the job properly. So there I stood, doubling one of my ethnicity.
Hey, Mark. Everyone set? Set. Ready, and background. Do it. Everyone all right? Yeah, good.
You doing, John, so far? We're making our day?
No, not even close. But we will. We'll catch up. We always do. Now, you know what? There doesn't need to be additional pressure. There's always pressure just trying to make up the time we need to make up. Again, we're incredibly ambitious these few days. There's a lot to shoot.
Any other way out? Now we're pinned in. Must have known this could happen. What's the plan, Jack? Give me the shotgun.
me the shotgun.
Cut. It's all very complicated with helicopters and lots of actions and lots of stunt people, so it's just a matter of just keeping our, our sort of eye on the goal and just moving forward as fast as we can. Guys, did you hear that? If we don't get this in 15 minutes, we don't have it. So we gotta go, like right now.
Start my car.
Let me show you the rush. That's why. That sun's gonna go down incredibly fast, and if we don't get the shot, we'll be screwed. Right, Mike?
That's absolutely
And Mike knows, because he's got all his stunt things that give us all the
45 minutes for dead.
45 minutes. Show him the trick.
What's the wind speed right now, Mike?
This is the calculation. 3 fingers, 45 minutes, 4 fingers, an hour.
Every 45 minutes.
Every finger is 15 minutes. High tech.
Except for your small finger, and it's only 10.
Close ain't gonna cut it this time. I gotta deliver Salazar. I'm not letting you go, Jack. How long's it gonna take you to find Kyle Singer? A half an hour, an hour? I gotta get Salazar in the air in that chopper in the next 60 seconds, or 100,000 people will die. You choose!
And cut! Do one more right away,
Go
please.
again, right away.
The only dreams I have about 24 are dreams about days going incredibly badly. And I keep looking at my watch, and I don't have the time to shoot all the shots I want to shoot to make this show good. Those are my dreams. I call them film nightmares. And I'm not the only one that has them.
I spent a lot of time in a women's prison. I did. My mother ran a prison, a jail, for a long time.
Really?
Yeah, so I feel like I'm back at home. In this scene, I am doing off camera, and I'm calling Badge, his Chase, and telling him that we found the carrier of the virus, Kyle Singer.
I can't hear you! It's not Kyle! Jack! Jack! It's not Kyle Singer!
Once he flies away, I need my end act.
Yeah.
And my end act is coming into you like this, seeing him go, oh, fuck moment, and then go. If you go too early, I don't get that. Yeah. Okay? So wait till you'll feel him. He'll be right in your face. And when you feel him in your face, take that moment, watching him go, starting to go, oh, fuck, I know where he's going, and go. Right now, my big worry as we get ready to do our helicopter landing in a downtown street is that right now we've got a marine layer that's in here that's very thick. It's like a fog that the helicopter can't fly in. They need 3 miles of visibility, and right now the visibility is about 1.5 miles. So we're waiting. How much longer do you think it'll be?
When you see the sun come out.
Now, it wouldn't be such a big deal if we could sit here all day and wait, but unfortunately, because by noon, we can't have any helicopters in the air. Since 9/11, there's a rule, a new law that says that nothing could be flying in the city in a 3-mile radius of an open stadium. And of course, there's a Dodger game. So because that Dodger game happens an hour before the game, during the game, and an hour after the game, nothing can be in the air. So by noon, we either have the shot or our chopper gets grounded.
How much longer do you think it'll be till we're safe?
Me, I would say at least an hour, but we
Yeah, I get the sun poking through here.
We've got 3 choppers waiting at another site, ready to go up and do all our air-to-air shooting. And again, with the conditions like they are now, that will not happen. Anyhow, so what we'll do, Rodney, to start from the same camera positions, I could do a really cool tight lens so you don't know where we are so much. Chase, zipping through cars as if he's like racing behind the chopper. So we'll put cars there and he can go right in between. I can get that.
Right, well, I figure another 20 minutes maybe would be better.
The update is this. It's now 10 o'clock. In 2 hours, we can't have this chopper downtown. It's landing at our base, which is good news. We're finishing a shot here, and then we're going to have them come in. So it's going to be tight. We'll be doing it right up to the deadline. So that's where we are right now. Our fingers are crossed. The good news is it's cleared up. So the choppers are flying.
I don't think I like it even. It might come off straight away.
I think they've taken off, and it's a 10-minute flight time to here, so we should hear them any minute now.
We will be rolling him landing on this first pass, just to get. I mean, not the actual landing itself, but coming in and as much footage as we can get.
You got it.
Here they come, here they come. My boys are trained now. Trained to roll every time they see a chopper fly. Roll! I need an AD! I need an AD right here, right now! Okay, cameras, we had a problem. I don't know if you were told, but we had a problem, so save your film. Make sure you do not run out of film for the landing. Do not run out of film for the landing.
We never talked about having to clear that. He was always coming over here.
Yeah.
I got 8,000 homeless people over there who are mental. They don't understand the word move. It changed. He was supposed to land straight down.
I get that.
Now
but,
he says he has
but
to
we fly
land.
over people all the time.
I don't know that.
I mean, when we came in over the prison, we flew over the whole crew.
Right.
Crew's one thing, civilians are something else.
Oh, really?
Well,
is it an FAA thing?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh. Okay.
All right, here we go. Coming into the landing this time. Look it up.
Okay, boys. Here we go. I love this. I love that. Now, let's see. Krishna, where are you? Michael, what are you doing? Michael, what are you doing? That was great. That's great. Zooming in. Going by. Oh, yeah! Shut it down. Shut it down. Woo! We just got it in on time. It's 12. As you see our show. The way we shoot the show is exactly what the show is about. Time, and how quickly we can get things done, and how quickly we can get them in the little time we have. So we did it. The chopper's in the middle of the street, which is great. Right now, I'm extremely happy because we got everything we needed. Now we're going to send it away so they can do all the air-to-air, and that's going to look awesome. Gotta go.